When do we use the horizontal formula? Aaron Weddle. I'm sorry? Either one. Percent is certainly, last time, what was our number? It was not a percent, but a, is that Aaron back there? Yeah, Jackie. Last time it was, because I'm asking you the same question I asked you 5 minutes ago, is what I'm trying to ask you. So the last problem we did, desired net income was expressed how? As a dollar amount. As a dollar amount. And so this time, desired net income is expressed as a percent. So you were all over the percent part. But what was a percent? Desired net income was expressed as a percent of revenue. And so when desired net income is expressed as a percent, very specifically, and some of you could write this down, maybe all of you. When desired net income is expressed as a percent, I suggest using the horizontal method. When desired net income is expressed as a dollar amount, it would never be as a unit. It would never be used. It would always be a dollar amount. When desired income is expressed as a dollar amount, then use the fractional formulas. Although you could throw them in here as well, if you really wanted to. It'd just be easier. You can do this. You just throw in a number here, do the math, and poof. So, David Wendler is not here, is that correct? Do you have any questions, comments, concerns, random thoughts? Yes, please.
So last time you were saying was like how to isolate X and gave us the formula for that. So you're saying not use that and lay it out like that instead?
If always when desired net income is expressed as a percent, to lay it out like this, okay? Questions, comments, concerns, random thoughts?
Can we use both those formulas for the percentage one?
Yes, yes. We just haven't finished because this one gave us break even in units. This one's going to give us break even in dollars. And we just haven't done it yet. Kyle, let's do the one on the left. Give me a number. Why don't you throw the easy one out there?
All right,
Fixed costs it is. Fixed costs is $6 million. And I should help out the next person here. Give a little hint, as it were. What's going to be our variable? What are we going to solve for? Over there we solve for X. What are we going to solve for on the left? You think, Miles? That's a good thought. You're not sure. Because we're after revenue, dollars of revenue. And so what we're after is this number right there. That TR, total revenue, is going to be our variable. So everything we do is going to be expressed in terms of TR. Ashley, what do you think? What do you think? What do you want to do next? Well, we got three. Well, I could see this comes down. So TR stays down. So I either need variable costs or operating income, one or the other. I want you to tell me how to represent it. It's not a number. It's something. It's some percent of total revenue. I'm sorry? What is that supposed to be? There's more than 1% in the problem. But where does that 25% go? Does it help me calculate variable costs, or does it help me calculate operating income? Yeah, because what's it say down there right by that 25%? They desire what? Operating income of? Yeah, so that just, does that not describe, what's another word for total revenue? Sales. So 25% They want operating income to be 25% of total revenue, right? So in that case, this is actually a little easier. The operating income, how we set it up, is easier than on a per unit basis because we're already solving in total. So now we need to know just variable cost. And again, TR is going to be part. We need something times TR. Something times TR to be variable cost. And we need another percent. We need another percent. Anybody have any ideas? Does it say? We need a percent. What ratio have we already learned that includes items that are on the board in the formula? Have we learned a ratio that utilizes numbers that are in that formula? In fact, we've reviewed it at least twice today. Not the contribution margin ratio, but the other one that's highly related to it. 1 minus the contribution margin ratio equals variable cost ratio. And look at what is the variable cost ratio? Mr. Basinger, how do we calculate the variable cost ratio?
Isn't it revenue minus variable cost equals contribution margin minus fixed costs equals operating?
The variable cost ratio. So I just want that.
Oh, variable cost over revenue.
Variable cost divided by revenue. And we have both of those numbers on the board, do we not? Variable cost and revenue. So do we have enough information in the problem to be able to calculate the variable cost ratio? This means yes. This means no. I've seen 2 or 3 heads move. This means yes. This means no. Do we have enough information? What do you think? Okay, how come your head didn't move earlier? Behind him, do we have enough information? Yeah, how would you do it? In total, we calculate it as variable cost divided by revenue. How do you calculate it on a per unit basis, the variable cost ratio? Selling price per unit. Precisely correct. Variable cost per unit divided by selling price per unit. And we have those 2 pieces of information, do we not? So what is the variable cost ratio? I'm sorry? 0.5. It's the exact same thing as the contribution margin ratio, but recognize we calculated it as, and you should write this in your notes, we calculated that as variable cost per unit of $1,000 divided by selling price per unit of $2,000. That's how we calculated that. That's the variable cost ratio. And the variable cost ratio times revenue will give us total variable cost. Again, because the other way we can calculate it is variable cost divided by revenue. And so we're after variable cost. And so, and recognize for purposes of our algebra that there's an implied 1 in front of that TR. That makes life a little easier with regard to the algebra.